How's it going, guys? This is Manda with M Traders, and we're going to be talking about oil, natural gas, and some other tickets, right? So let's get started. So what happened today in oil? Well, like everybody saw, oil spiked yesterday due to the news that happened over the weekend about the bombing. We saw it rejected at 1630. Let's do an hour. So we saw that it rejected about 63.30. Again, it double topped 63.30, 63.28, and then it came back down. Well, fundamentally, people traded the news, right? I still believe that oil was in a downtrend regardless. So I think we might still see a further downside. However, I started closing already my positions this morning. So I did bought some USO puts yesterday once it reached again the 63.28 area, but I bought puts around $63 on USO when oil was at 63. Just based on the fact that everybody traded the news, right? Nobody else. Fundamentally, I didn't see oil being able to sustain this level, so I decided to trade USO puts. So I started closing my puts already. I'm at about 75% closed on my USO puts, and I'm waiting for further downside. If it does not happen, then I do not mind waiting and buying back in again. But all right, so 75% puts. I'm already above 100% profit on oil, so that's good. NG, I'm still holding my NG puts. I did got in again around 2.7-ish area, 2.69 area. I closed some more of my positions this morning at around 2.63.
Shares have snapped at the highs now, SNAP.
And I'm about also holding about 25% puts
earlier
on my natural gas.
Getting an upgrade at Susquehanna.
Now what's happening
negative,
on S&P? Well, the S&P minis, it seems to be a battle. You know, a lot of consolidation, right here. There's a lot of consolidation between 29.93 and around 3,000 or 3,004. See a lot of consolidation here. Stocks haven't been able to push further, I believe, because of the FOMC, right? So this is kind of the area I'm looking for, or I'm looking at. Right in between, right? So I see consolidation bar. So right now there's no breakdown or any break up or break to the upside, as long as it says between 3,005 and 29.93. Those are key levels of support and resistance. Currently, I did buy more BKNG puts when it reached that 2081. So at 2080 is when I got in. I sold some of them at 2060. At 2060, I sold some of my puts, about 50%. I'm still holding another 50%, waiting to see what's going to happen. On the hourly chart, we see right here. I hate when that happens. You gotta change the time frames. Let's go for the 1 hour. There you go. We see that the SMI is actually curling down. It's same way as stochastic full. We're already kind of on the overbought side on the hourly. Let's look at the daily. Daily, we're barely scraping the surface. We see BKNG, which is booking holdings, still holding these upper levels, right? I'm looking down. I'm looking for it to get at least back down to 2030, and that's when I'm going to sell most of my puts. Daily, I still see that it's way overextended. 10-year weekly. Here we go. So on the 10-year weekly, I have a resistance at 2080. That's the resistance I have, around 2080. Now, what should happen, it's very different that what is going to happen. You might see a pullback to this EMA, which by the time it gets here, it might be on the 2000. So we need some type of consolidation. However, on the Fibonacci, on the weekly Fibonacci, it is at the top at 2235. So it can go either way, but it has been in a constant uptrend, right? We see 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks already on a constant uptrend. You need to have some type of consolidation and go back down. Now, if it doesn't happen like that, then I'm going to close my positions, all of my positions. So I'm still waiting for BKNG to drop. Amazon, I like to look at the hourly. If it loads. So we've seen that 1800 area is kind of a good support, right? Also, the 1800 is at a 50% retracement. So 50% retracement, we saw it bounce from the 50% retracement and still kind of does not want to break this other. I don't know why it says 50% again. So I guess both of them are 50%. That's weird. Now we have to check that out. However, bounce from 50% retracement is rejecting from this retracement line as well, and also it's not going above this AMA yet. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on that one. I'm not in Amazon. I just like to trade Amazon. Unfortunately, I didn't get in on at 1800. Probably would have sold at 1816. That wouldn't be bad. Profit taken. We see, wow, this is a lot of consolidation. They are waiting for news, which I think is the FMOC. There you go, FMOC. God, sometimes it's difficult to pronounce, right? Just waiting further confirmation to see what's going to happen. It's all over the news right now. I mean, we saw that S&P was at actually an all-time highs. Something I like to look at as well are the PC ratio is at 1.9. So PC ratio is put to call ratio. It tells you basically what the sentiment is when it comes to options. It might be that they're just covering themselves, right? So it might be people that have a lot of long positions on SPY, and what they do is just they want to cover in case it does drop. They buy puts. So this can be bearish or bullish depending of what it depends on the investor, what is the investor trying to do, and it's kind of hard to identify that. The only thing I know that I'm looking at is there's a lot of puts. It's about 1.974. Another thing that I started to look at to see where the market is going to go, we look at XLF. It's at 8,500 to 1,000 calls so far. The PC ratio is at 8.3. It's super high. So there's a ton of puts, ridiculous amount of puts. And I started seeing that once it reached around 28, I saw a lot of puts coming in on XLF. So kind of gave me the an overall look of what's going to happen. So XLF, there's still a lot of puts. However, it's still making higher highs. Well, never mind. This is still a higher low compared to 2812. However, it's also making a lower high, right? So we saw 28.43. Currently, still hasn't made any higher or lower high yet. We're still looking at this trend right here. You see this dotted line? We're still looking at this trend. It's holding, so something should happen here. In my opinion, it either should bounce back up or should break down. So far, the SMI is still looking like it's breaking down. So XLF, a lot of puts, is still making, now I think it's making lower highs. QQQ. So 192 area, we saw a reject here. Let's draw out this line. This is the hourly chart. We saw a reject here. We saw a reject here, and kind of a rejection here, right? Can it be triple top? Can it be a head and shoulders? Maybe. Who knows? It depends what you want to see. I'm seeing a head and shoulders, right? But it's up to you to think whatever you want to think. Now, let's look at Epic Pen. There you go. I keep forgetting I have my Epic Pen. For those who do not know, that's how most people draw things in on your desktop. So longer term, let's look at the 4 hour. I think the 1 hour, I can see it better. I don't know if you guys can, but let's draw it. Oh, wow, that's a big font, right? You guys kind of see what I'm saying? I think it's making a head and shoulders, but again, it can be whatever you want it to be. However, I'm seeing a head and shoulders. SMI is curling, stochastic is curling. Kind of wants to go down. It's still holding this area, so this will be key support and resistance. It's kind of crooked. As long as we still stay here, we're in the consolidation stage. I still don't know what's going to happen. How's the dollar doing? Dollar rejected. It did very well. Went back up. Now it's coming down with oil. Where do I think oil is going to happen? Where do I think oil is going to stay or bounce or go back? I think it's going to go back to the 54 area. I strongly believe it's going to. However, I did sold. I'm happy. I got 25% more puts, and I will wait. Same thing for natural gas. Fundamentally, yes, it's warmer right now. We got warmer than normal weather. And if it was early summer, like back in June, July, then we're looking at a very bullish divergence. Now, being shoulder season and being hotter than normal, that means that the transition, there's not going to be a lot of demand unless one day it's 80 degrees and the next day it's freaking snowing outside. Otherwise, hotter than normal is not good. It's bearish. Something I saw in the 1 hour as well. Kind of like a triple top. I mean, it wasn't exactly triple top. Different price level, 2.69, 2.7, and 2.71. Also looks like some people call it the Disney Castle, which you have the tower here, another tower here, another tower here, and then it just drops. Has to close the castle. This is part of my friend Don Fran. He said Disney Castle, so I kind of like that bearish form or sign, however you want to call it, the Disney Castle form. You'll be surprised how many Disney castles do play out like a Disney castle, right? It goes up, down, and then closes the gap. Well, I just wanted to keep it short and simple. Hopefully you guys do like this video. And just to clarify for all those people that just like to talk a lot of nice things, let's put it like that. Yes, I am an expert, and I consider myself an expert because I cannot advertise myself as an expert, right? It's just my personal opinion. So if you like it or you don't, it's up to you. I'm just trying to bring some knowledge out to the world. Fundamentally, I trade mostly fundamentally when it comes to trades, and also technical analysis. But I like to see what makes the ticker tick, for example, right? So what makes it go up, what makes it go down? I don't like to trade something that, it's too high, I'm gonna buy puts. No, because you don't know what's causing it to go high. Like especially when you trade news and like oil, airstrike on Saudi Arabia. Well, usually after an airstrike, what they would do, they will shut down, and then they're gonna start rebuilding and making a run again. Why? Because it's a lot of money. Trust me, people are not gonna stay shut down forever because they're losing a lot of money. It's the way the world goes round. And I did spend my fair share in the military, 11 years, so kind of know how that works, how the oil industry works. So the news came out, right? Everybody got scared. Ooh, shortage supply. Everybody bought it. Jumped a lot. And all of a sudden, there's no more news.
Drugs resistance, and the market doesn't
It came out in CNBC that oil fell on Tuesday after surging the most on record following attacks of Saudi oil industry that disrupted the kingdom's production. But the reason is the Saudi oil output will return to normal faster than anticipated. So that's why I think
KTOV, Kilo Tango Oscar Victor.
It's kind of nice to see it played out, right? Oh, there he goes. Broke it.
Seeing some heavy volume in
right here. Should I sell?
Now.
I'll wait to the 50% retracement at 58.77, and I think I will sell if it reaches that 58.75 area. I think I'm going to sell. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it, but you guys, whatever you guys think it's best for you, do not follow anybody's trades. Again, it's you got a lot of these YouTube people that are telling you
filed
or showing you the ways how to trade. So don't go waste $1,000 to join somebody's chat when you can do it for free. There's a lot of people that actually provide very nice information for you on YouTube, Twitter. I follow CNBC a lot. What I love is my PC ratios because it helps me out kind of see the sentiment of the market, especially on the futures. Right now, like oil is at 1.7. Let's see if SPY changed. I think it was at 1.8, right? So so it's a 1.98. So almost getting to 2.0 on PC ratio. Gold, however, is opposite. Gold, it has a lot more calls than puts. It's a 0.61, so that's bullish. Oil, we are at 5.69. No, not oil. Natural gas, 5.69. So that's almost getting to 6.0 on the PC ratio. Nobody wants natural gas to go up. Everybody's expecting a downside. According to what I'm seeing here. Okay, so. And XLF is kind of your little, I call it your little bird that's on the cage on a coal mine, right? So once XLF dies, the miner right behind it could die. So it's kind of a warning sign that if it drops, most likely everything else is going to follow. QQQ should follow right after. It's a 6.2. Okay, you guys remember, I think we were at 5.9. Now it's a 6.2. Wow, a lot of people think it's gonna drop. They might be just covering themselves. QQQ, however, there's a lot more calls. It's a 0.954. Ideally, you want your PC ratio, if you're bullish, to be around 0.7. Ideally, right? You can do whatever you want, but ideally it's 1.7. Now, anything about 1.5, it's kind of bearish. So you would think it's going to go bearish. And so again, XLF is kind of your bird in the mind that's going to tell you, hey, it's dangerous. I died. You might want to run away, right? And I do think, in my personal opinion, I think how do you call it? The market is going to go down, right? Like a lot of people are waiting for the FOMC for the Fed. However, it's kind of, I put it in my chat. It's kind of funny. It's like, you know, you want people to eat another hot dog after they just ate 10. It's like you're trying to push that 11th one. It's like, well, we already kind of full, right? We don't want to eat no more, so probably they're going to stop buying, or they're going to stop eating. It's the best way I put it out there. So market compared to hot dog, right? You ate 10, you don't want to eat another one. So that's kind of where I see market. Market, I think it's overbought, too overbought. It's been sustaining these levels quite a bit, and it doesn't want to go down. A lot of people are seeing head and shoulders. A lot of people are seeing recession. It went up, trading on hopes, and all those hopes are crashing and dying. It's kind of sad. But I'm still seeing this kind of head and shoulders pattern on BKNG. I know I said I was going to go down, but I like to talk sometimes. I need my dot to be smaller. Right. Same thing with oh, you know what? This is funny. I just saw that. I didn't pay attention until I drew it. It's right here. All right. I think this is bearish. This is gonna go like this. I mean, am I seeing too bearish signs? Too many all-time highs. Market still crashing. The thing's gonna happen. Head and shoulders pattern. Upward wedge, which is a bearish sign. Disney Castle. Now that I look at it, you know, I think it might go down. At least go back down to this 23% retracement. We saw that the 23% retracement line acted as support several times, which was on 9/11, 9/12, 9/13, 9/14, and we saw this level bounce several times on BKNG. And it kept making higher highs, but I think it's running out of steam. all these points right here. You guys see it? Oh, I do see it. So that's pretty much it. We talk about oil, we talk about gold. I'm still bullish on gold, even though I'm not trading it lately, but I am bullish on gold. Definitely bullish. I think they're waiting for news. So what do I think is going to happen? FOMC, the Fed, let's call it like that. It's going to say yay or nay to rate cuts. But I think the market, it's where it is because they've been predicting they're going to have rate cuts. So if we do have rate cuts, we might have a little push, right? A little bit more, but I think everything's already been priced into rate cuts. So once the rate cuts are over, well, what do investors have? Do they have anything else to look forward to? Well, the rate cuts are already done. We're already high. We're just gonna sell. That's, I think, the mentality that they're gonna have. Now, if there's no rate cuts, since the market has been pricing in the fact that we are going to have rate cuts, I think it's just gonna go. It's gonna go, nuts and drop like crazy. That's what I think is gonna happen. Remember the hot dog methodology. God, the hot dog phrase better, right? People are already getting fed with hot dogs the entire time going up. Now, if they're trying to shove another one in, at the top, then you're not gonna want. You just want to get out. That's what I think is going to happen. So if the Fed says no rate cuts, just be careful out there. I think it's gonna be bloody, very bloody, and I'm not the only one that thinks. I think it's gonna be. Other people do think so. Other people that I talk to have the same thought process behind it. The thing is, I don't know if it's going to hold. I don't know if we do have rate cuts, how long it's going to hold. Right. So, up to you. Be careful out there, and have fun trading. Later. Yes, I did say later, but I forgot to mention. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you like it. If you don't subscribe. Easy. But yeah, do subscribe. Hit that notification button so anytime I make a video, make sure it does alert you. Don't worry, I won't spam the internet with 10 videos about look at my car, look at my house, none of that stuff. So whenever there's something important, I try to share as soon as possible. So that's the only thing that I do. Also, if you're looking for a chat that is free and there's other investors or like-minded individuals just like you, because if you're watching this, that means that you're looking for other people to talk to. Maybe they have the same type of ideas. I do have a lot of people on my Discord chat that have been trading for a while, and they have very good knowledge on what the market might be doing or certain stocks they follow. So again, do subscribe. There's the links below. I got broker links for brokers, right? So if you are interested in any of those, go ahead and click them. If not, that's fine too. Just make sure you do subscribe to the channel and hit that like button because it does help me quite a bit. So thank you again, and see you next time.